For the last section of our lesson today, we're going to be working on 6-3 blue paint on a double number line. In your journal, this is on page 47. We have a diagram that's representing Elena's recipe for light blue paint. So in her recipe, for every 2 cups of white paint, she is going to add 6 tablespoons of blue. And another way of thinking about that is that in each batch, there is 1 cup of white for every 3 tablespoons of blue. So we can also kind of look at that as the equivalent ratio cut in half, 1 cup of white to 3 tablespoons of blue. Your job today is going to be taking this concept, 1 cup of white for every 3 tablespoons of blue, or 2 cups of white for every 6 tablespoons of blue, that's being represented right now in a diagram, and putting that onto a double number line. So the first job that you're going to be doing today, you're going to be opening up this Draw It tool, and what you're seeing right now is you're seeing that these number lines are blank. So your first job is to come over here on the left-hand side, and you need to add in your labels. So you need white paint and blue paint, and then when you're doing that, you need to make sure that you're including cups and tablespoons for the units. And then want you to think about, what would I count by for the white paint number line? What would I be counting by for this ratio to match what's happening in the diagram? So maybe you want to count by 1, right? Every 1 cup of white paint, but maybe you want to count by 2. Then you're going to think through, if it's every 1 cup of white paint, how many tablespoons of blue do I need to put in? Well, if you're going to count by 1 for the white, then for the blue, you would have to count by 3. If you're going to count by 2 for the white, for the blue, you would have to count by 6. And so that ratio from the diagram is going to be represented on the number line. So you're going to go through and add on the left-hand side your categories, and then you're going to label the number line to show the amounts of white and blue paint that would make the same shade. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to be using your double number line to answer a set of questions. So for this one, there is a clickable image of the double number line. If you weren't able to get it, you can now click that and view that to help you answer this question. So now, using that double number line, how many cups of white paint should she mix with 12 tablespoons of blue if she would like to have the same shade, and how many batches would that make? You're also going to be doing the last question that you see on there, number 4. How many tablespoons of blue paint should Elena mix with 6 cups of white paint, and how many batches would this make? After you've submitted those open-ended questions, I do have answer keys in this section, so you can check your work and see if you got it. And then that's going to complete the lesson for the day, which is 6.3 blue paint on a number line. So you have to complete the double number line, answer these 2 questions, and then check your answers with the answer key.